Lesson 513, More Multi-Step Multiplication Number Stories. The main focus in this lesson is for you to solve a number story, for you to be able to express solution strategies with appropriate units and number models, and for you to solve number stories and write number models with variables for unknowns. But first, let's start once again with our mental math and fluency. Write the decimals on a piece of paper, a Post-it note, and bring it to me so I know that you know how to write 5/10, then 9/10, and then 7/10. Notice I'm not going to show you the answer because I want you to bring it up to me so I know for sure you are understanding this skill. Get out your math journal and turn it to page 188. Pause the recording while you do that. At the top of Math Journal, page 188, it says, look at the information in the table. Be sure to note that cost per hour is for each performer in the group. So how much would it cost to hire the tap dancers, then the jugglers? So what you're looking at here, when it says $30 an hour, there's hours of entertainment is 2. So for every juggler, I would have to take 30 times 2 is 60. But now there's 3 performers, so I'd have to take the 60 times 3 to get the total number for the jugglers. Same thing for the singing group. I'd have to take 16 times 3, that's per singing group, and then I'd have to take that total times 4 to figure out how much total it would cost for all 4 singing groups. So as you have heard me state earlier, you want to figure out how much for each person or each group first, and then multiply that by the numbers of performers in order to get your true answer. And on the bottom of page 188, it says, how much more would it cost to hire the tumblers in the singing group? So you have to show that number model for how you figured out how much the tumblers would cost. So I'd put T equals, so you remember that's the tumblers answer. And then again, you're going to put how much it costs for the singing group. So I would put S equals, so you know that's the singing group's answer. And then you're going to estimate both the tumblers group. So again, tumblers equal, and now your rounded numbers in the answer for both tumblers and the singing group. And then remember the real answer, the exact answer is what is written here. And don't forget to label it with units. Is the units the tap dancers, the tumblers, the singing group? Is it the joggers? Make sure you put that unit down. Pause the recording now and finish Math Journal page 188. Then I want you to bring it to me so I can see that your work. Next you're going to do Math Journal page 187. Pause the recording now and turn to that Math Journal page. Math Box 1 is asking you to subtract fractions. Math Box 2 is asking you to compare the decimals using greater than, less than, or equal to signs. Pause the recording if you want to complete those 2 math boxes before you continue. Then turn it back on as I read problems 3 and 4. Problem 3 reads, 2 sisters gathered eggs from the chicken coop. Colleen collected 9/12 of a dozen, and Mitzi collected 11/12 of a dozen. How many dozens of eggs did the sisters collect? Write a number model to show your solution. So remember, write the number model with the unknown, and then write your answer down here on the bottom. Math Box 4 says, at the Pick Your Own Blueberry Patch, the large family hopes to pick 25 kilograms of blueberries. Fiona picked 3,467 grams, and Kevin picked 6,103 grams. Their twin siblings worked together to pick 9,211 grams. How many grams of blueberries do the parents need to pick to reach their goals? So remember, you have kilograms and grams, but they want the answer in grams, so you're going to have to convert. And math box 5 reads, Tanya and Robert got different answers when they added 9 twelfths plus 11 twelfths in problem 3. Tanya got 1 and 8 twelfths, and Robert got 20 24ths. Who is correct? Explain why the other answer is not correct. Pause the recording now. Page 189 is the assessment check for this lesson. So please bring it up to me so that I can look it over to make sure that you got these answers right and I can check it off on my recording sheet. Thank you. Once you have checked the answers for that math journal page, I want you to turn to math journal page 189. 189 is the assessment check-in piece. So I want you to use the information that you need from math journal page 188, and I want you to complete 189. Bring it up to me so that I can check it and mark off on the assessment check-in that you understood what you were doing. And if you didn't, it's okay. I'll walk you through that page and show you how to do it. So pause the recording now and do math journal page 189. Once I've checked page 189 for you, you should go to Math Masters page 221, which is in the file. Pause the recording now and go get that, and then read silently to yourself what I'm going to be reading to you aloud that's displayed on your screen. Number 1 says, solve. Record a long number model with a letter for the unknown quantity and write the answer with the correct unit. Guillermo hires 2 painters to paint the walls of his living room. The painters each make $42 an hour for an 8-hour workday. If the work takes 3 days, how much will Guillermo pay the painters? So remember, you're doing your estimate and your number model. So your number model with the unknown should look something like this. 3 times 8 times 2 times 42 equals P for pay. So the painters each make $42 an hour. They have an 8-hour long day times 3 days for 2 painters. So this is a number model with the unknown. You need to do the estimate number model now, and then write the answer with the units. Pause the recording now and do problem number 1. Problem number 2 reads, Blaine is on vacation in New York City and wants to collect magnets of places he visits to call all his friends, to give to them. The Times Square magnets cost $2 each and come in sets of 4. The Statue of Liberty magnets cost $3 each and come in sets of 5. If Blaine buys 12 sets of each type of magnet, how much will he pay? So again, you're going to need to do 12 for the 12 magnets times the $2 each times 4, because they come in sets of 4, and then add that to the 12 times $3 each times 5 equals P for how much he will pay. Then you need to write your estimate and your answer. Finish this page by doing the last 6 division problems at the bottom. Bring it up to me when it's completed, and you are done with lesson 513.